Mr. Ang Hin Kee.
Sir, what must we do to make our roads safer? This bill seeks to do so through covering more road offences and issuing harsher punishments. I feel that emphasis should also be placed on 3 other areas. Number 1, educating road users. Number 2, improving road engineering and having safer features in vehicles. On the first point on education, as mentioned by Honourable Member before me, Rahayu, we should do more to push out the message on the importance of being responsible road users. To this end, I hope the regulators can strengthen the role played by and properly resource the Singapore Road Safety Council. This will allow it to mount publicity programs to educate the public and road users and do so sustainably. Over the weekend, I attended a road safety event by the council in the Orchard Road area. This is a good initiative and more can be done, perhaps more so in the neighbourhoods and in schools. Perhaps also consider participating in the National Day post-parade event, whereby we can get all the different road users to do a safety march with regards to sending the message about road safety. But going upstream then, what can we do? We should review the current driving course content to ensure that new learners and drivers who are taking refresher courses appreciate the need for safer driving habits. I read that in some cities, it was even reported that serious road offenders are made to visit the hospital morgue to realize the severity of their actions. We can probably drive home the same point on the importance of safe driving through ideal video replays or reenactments in our training courses on how careless driving can result in serious accidents. My residents and workers who drive for a living also shared that it will be a useful reminder if the current notice of offence letters can also state the number of demerit points generated by the individual driver, as well as the remaining threshold before suspension or revocation of the license kicks in. Commuters travelling in a taxi or private hire car can also do their part. I recently had an accident whereby a private hire driver collided into the rear end of my vehicle. He mentioned that he was distracted by his passenger who suddenly at the last minute asked him to change direction. And as he was listening to the passenger, he did not pay attention to the road and the vehicles in front of him. Mr. Speaker, a lot of risk on the road can be avoided if the drivers and commuters show more understanding to each other. On engineering, the design of roads can also affect the safety of road users. The Land Transport Authority conducts regular reviews, for which we are grateful for, to ensure that our roads are safe for motorists and pedestrians. For example, under the Black Spot Programme, accident-prone locations are identified and safety measures such as special signs, clearer road markings are implemented. We have seen examples such as Silver Zone for the elderly and School Zone Programme for school students. We should continue to identify and add such features in more of our estates. More recently, LTA has also started to roll out more red, amber, green zones, arrows at major traffic junctions. I think recently we recall the accident at Clementi Road whereby one of the undergraduate had a tragic accident. Motorists have to wait for the arrow to turn green before making a right turn. I'm glad to know that the LTA has been conscientiously installing road safety features, including turning pockets, lighted road starts, give way to pedestrian signs to ensure smooth and safe traffic flow. Mr. Speaker, I think we also can consider using data analytics whereby the regulators can work towards identifying vulnerable zones or roads with higher frequency of accidents. Today, accidents that doesn't involve injuries are sometimes not reported to the traffic police. And so I wonder, how do such data of vulnerable roads or roads with more accidents are being collated to understand whether or not such interventions such as road design or re-engineering can slow down vehicles and minimize accident rates. On the third suggestion I have is on equipment. That entails having more safety features in our vehicles. Some new vehicles today are fitted with safety devices such as auto brake functions that automatically slow down the vehicle if they sense a pedestrian or car in their path of travel, or adaptive cruise control which automatically adjusts the vehicle's speed to maintain a safe distance from the vehicles ahead. Some owners install radar sensors or cameras to help them gauge and monitor the safety distance between vehicles. Others rely on reverse sensors, which alert the drivers when the car is about to hit an object. Such devices serve as safety feature will help our drivers navigate in a safer manner. We should also leverage on telematics to reinforce good learning habits. I recently spoke to the third-party private hire apps called Grab, and they today send weekly driving reports to their drivers to nudge them towards safer drivings. To increase the level of road safety and adoption, can the traffic police or the LTA work together with vehicle fleet owners to consider perhaps things like rebates when a vehicle owner installs safety enabling technology in their devices? Today, we have such a scheme called the early turnover, whereby we encourage early replacement of polluting vehicles. Surely, safety vehicles could be next in line. Mr. Speaker, beyond the law, I believe we can channel our efforts to cultivate responsible road users and for everybody to have a safer commute. Cost consideration can be overcome if appropriate rebates and nudges can be put in place to speed up the adoption of safer vehicles. I found a recent example whereby an insurance company had offered lower premiums to motorists if they respond accurately to a series of questions on safer driving. That is a wonderful nudge for many who may not be able to be prompted to understand the importance of safer driving. Such ground-up efforts are indeed welcome. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I support the bill.